Hey everybody, Mananek here. Just spectating some live matches. We've got Rutherford Gaming versus Bandit Marks on Rhythmical Bustle. I've played on this map quite a few times. Very fun map. You have one base in an airport versus two bases. These two bases are gonna overrun that one base side. I don't think I've ever played a tier 3 match on this map though. But yeah, actually I have. They're not using Kindle, that's why. But you have a classic matchup here of Andy versus Drake, in that Drake wants to save for his super. It does a lot of damage, global damage, but it's also a game of chicken because Andy can just use his normal power and heal all those HP up, so it becomes a bit of you use it, no I use it, no you use it, no I'm gonna use it, because Andy can also save for the super too. So it's a little bit of chicken, and typically the person who pops the power is the one that's going to have the hopefully better attacks to begin with, and then they win the game off of that. Because if Andy attacks into Drake and then gives Drake his super, and say Andy only uses his normal power, or doesn't even use his power, Drake's gonna really hurt. So, and it goes the other way around too. Anyways, looks like Rutherford Gaming and Bandit Marks are still a little bit in their capture phase. You can see the middle, these four properties here in the middle, very contested, and then up top and on bottom, very contested areas. You can see both players getting their airports. So Drake Copter's not the best, especially with only one comm tower. He's at 90% firepower. But Andy doesn't mind. Andy, in fact, likes having these copters. He can take a shot from, in fact, I wonder how much damage that does. I'm going to pull it up on the damage calculator. Let's go with a Drake copter versus Andy copter. Yeah, see, it does 5 damage, and Andy's like, cool, no worries, I'll heal that up on my hyper repair. So Drake doesn't really want to be building copters unless he can kill Andy's units, because Andy, you want to kill the units. You don't want to leave them so that 5/5 trade even for Drake, if he's facing any other CO, is not bad, but against Drake, or sorry, against Andy, it sucks because you can just pull him back, heal up, wait for the superpower, and then all of a sudden that 5 HP you dealt on him is a -5 for you, or -4, I think it said. What else do we have going on here? So it looks like we've got an artillery little conga line happening. You can blast open the pipe seam. It looks like Bandit Marks has already done that. But it looks like Drake hasn't. It depends on your tempo that you have. It looks like Bandit Marks has a lot better tempo at the bottom, so that's why I broke open the pipe seam. I didn't join this game at the start. I just opened it up because I like the map. This is Live League, in case you didn't know. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, pretty scary force here from Drake in the north. But Andy seems to be doing all right in the south as well. So kind of even, it looks like. Rutherford Gaming. What's the KD actually? 1 infantry, 2 infantry. Okay, so just very early infantry fights. I wonder what he's gonna do with this artillery. Is he gonna stick it here? Behind the pipe? I don't think he can cover it if he does that. So is he gonna put it here? Do you have Andy with a 3K income lead here? This infantry can interrupt, but he's going to get murdered by the entire platoon over here, so probably best to just leave it. You don't really want to be throwing Andy units in to just die. They're very valuable. At least Andy's power makes it so those units are twice as valuable, because if they get hit, they can heal up, and once they heal up, they essentially, like the copter thing, they essentially become a brand new unit. My dog's running around, and I don't know if the stream can pick up the noise, but being a funny guy. Let me adjust the screen a little bit. I think the margins are off. Yeah, it's a bit off. I must have moved it right before I started by accident. Let's see if that's any better. That should be all right now. I think that looks better. Okay, getting very aggressive with that artillery, putting it behind the pipe seam. I don't know how I feel about that. 5 HP artillery does hurt, but I think he just realized that he can't actually wall it off. He has to put this tank here if he wants to cover that artillery. Although this tank can come in here and strike the artillery, but the problem is there's a second artillery backing it up. So you could go here, place this tank here, and then it creates a nice little wall. But it's just, I think this artillery's either it's bait and he doesn't care about it, or the artillery is going to be blasted in a second. So what order did he move that in? It kind of matters. Capture, capture, capture. Infantry moves there. Infantry moves there. I don't know about that. I think if you're going to do that, you should put the infantry here, put the artillery there, stick the tank there, and then put the artillery here, so at least it covers both of that. Move this tank up to this forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least it can hit whatever comes in here, because I don't think a tank will want to come down here and attack. This is fine. That's fine. That one, not so much. Again, I think, yeah, and he pulled this back to heal it, and not so sure. Feels like it's throwing away the artillery, but we'll see what, we'll see. Okay, here we go. We'll see what he does with it. Let's see what Andy responds with. I don't see why he can't just attack from the bottom. If that's what you choose to do. I'm not saying to do it, because it kind of leaves you open for an Andy tank on a city. Oh, sorry, for a Drake tank on a city. I guess what you could do is you can try and overload. Oh, hold on. I think I need to enable my audio capture. That's just things you do when you forget when you stream. So I think the beginning of the stream will have that weird audio capture thing. Should be better now. Whoopsies. Andy thinking hard over here. Andy likes this Neo tank, or sorry, this medium tank, because he's got Drake's got 4 tanks in this area. And while Andy does have an artillery support with 3 tanks around here, fighting into the one base side, the medium tank is just going to pressure him into teching up. And with the income disadvantage that he's currently sitting on, it's going to be really tough. Copter infantry tank, yeah. This is a solid build from Andy. Looks like he decided not to attack into that artillery. I think it's a bit of a lure, but I feel like Andy had enough units in the area to kind of just go in there and then swing the next turn the medium tank towards the top, move away from probably a medium tank that'll build down here and leave the artillery. That's me though. I like attacking too much. So this is probably the better call. But I still don't know about placing the 5 HP artillery there. I feel like even this cap, if this artillery is to cover the cap, I feel like that could have been walled off a lot better. As then he could have probably put this full HP artillery here on the forest, and then put this artillery here, and then stick an infantry right there. And then you have like double coverage. So whatever comes in here is going to get slaughtered. And that tank can stay there. And then one of these tanks goes up here, maybe sits on the city. But that's like live league. A lot of times a rocket. Okay. How far can that thing move? Just to here. And then what's the... I always forget the range of the rocket because I never build them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Range of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't even cover the city. So I guess if you set the rocket here, then it could cover the city. Basically point at it and say, don't put a unit there, I'll shoot it. And I think in this case, Andy, while he doesn't mind doing that, he does take repair costs from something for sitting on the city. And it'll give him charge, but it'll also charge him money that he shouldn't be paying in repair costs. Like, unless Andy's units are under 5 HP, you shouldn't really try and heal him that much. Unless you've got like a tank that you really need to get at to a decent number and then attack in and then heal it up afterwards. That's a possibility too. But for the most part, with infantry, or sorry, with Andy's units, you don't really want to be healing them. So like the 1 HP unit's fine because it doesn't really cost too much. But like say the medium tank got hit by an artillery or something and then it retreated, don't put it on a city. Leave it around, leave it in the area to patrol and stuff as long as it's safe, but wait for your power because it'll generate a lot of charge for you. Because I'm pretty sure it's 5 HP. Artillery on 2, medium tank. Yeah, 5 HP on 1-star terrain. And usually you'll have your tank on 1-star, or your medium tank on 1-star terrain. If it happens to hit you on a city, even better. See, it puts you down at 6 or 7. But I don't think the Drake is going to be going for artillery shots like that unless he can kill a unit. Unless he can kill Andy's unit. So you see he pulls back this infantry. Oh, he does go in for that. I feel like he might have overstayed his welcome there with that artillery sitting there. Ouch. That hurts. See, if that were Andy, Andy'd be happy. No worries. You took 6 HP damage. This one too. You took 6 HP damage. You generated me a bunch of charge. And now I'm going to pull this unit back. And I'm going to sit there and wait while my other army reinforces. Oh, that's a terrible engagement. Why is Andy doing that? I don't agree with that tank attack on the city. I think it's probably better that you just leave your tank on the city and then you don't need to attack into that. Maybe he's worried that a tank's going to come over here, strike there, and then that tank can wrap around and strike here. I guess it does corral him into a little, but still, attacking into a tank on a city is just... Although I suppose it doesn't reach around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so well, maybe this isn't such a bad attack actually. It walls Drake off this entire place because of this mountain. If this mountain wasn't here, this attack I don't think would work as well. Oh, medium tank on the weak side. Okay. All right, we'll see what kind of a response we got from Drake. I feel like sticking around here is going to be bad for his health. Unless for some reason he wants to pop a tsunami and then attack into here. I don't know. Does that kill? Drake power with a tank on a 6 HP tank. No, doesn't kill. Oh, wait. Nope, still doesn't kill. Possibly, actually. Possibly kills. I don't know. Chip damage. Yeah, but didn't. Why didn't you attack with the artillery first if that's what you're going to do? I say that with such outrage as I do the exact same mistakes myself. But we're always better critics when it's not us playing. Go figure. Oh, he did pop his power. How much damage did that do? Did he attack in there to get the power? And he's shifting everybody up north. Yeah. Oh, he just did those 2 shots just to get... Yeah, use the Drake. Use that. That way you don't take any damage back. See, the problem with Drake using that power is that Andy is just going to heal all that damage. All this damage. He can just... You know what he can do? He can attack in, even. Generate some charge. And then... I'm laughing at the penguin attacking that pipe seam. And then just heal up the counter... There's going to be, like, no counterattack damage, essentially. Copter comes in here, attacks the tank. Look, there's no anti-air in this area. He didn't even build an anti-air. He built a rocket. And he got a rocket down here. Yeah, see? He'll just heal that up. I think I would be happy if he put this artillery here. Everybody with low fuel. If you put that artillery here, or even on the city to refuel it, and give it... Or you can attack the infantry. You can leave that city open. Don't cap. Yeah, see, you have the numbers basically telling you how statistically losing that engagement was. I don't know about that. Blow up the tanks. There you go. And then blow up the tank. Let the infantry do the attacks on the artillery. It's a good block. Stick the medium tank here. Well, Drake got the economy back, except he's missing... Which property? This one? Yeah, this one. Andy has this one on him. Meanwhile, this rocket just has to back up. Although I suppose there's only infantry in this area. This medium tank I don't think is going to be very interested in going down this way because there's a rocket there. You just run away. Or take your fight elsewhere, which is what Andy seems to be doing. These angry pipe seam attacks are pretty funny. See, like there, you don't need to put your infantry on the city. It's an easy mistake to do, though. This is the stuff you do that you pay for, and you learn that mistake when you play against COs like Kindle, where you're like, you get attacked and you're like, oh, cool, you know, a 4 HP tank, I might as well bring him back and heal and then set up my wall and do all that stuff. And then Kindle has like not enough for like maybe 1 bar, and she attacks into you. Yeah, so here you go, he just resigns. GG. GG. That was fun. Let's look for some other games. Let's see who else is playing. Oh, Newman. Is this Newmy? I think it is Newmy. Let me see if I can get the adjust the screen. There we go. That looks good, I think. Cool. So we have Max versus Nell. Now, I don't think I've seen this matchup very often. Nell is allowed in live because of the luck mechanic being too much of a factor that upsets a lot of high-level players. Understandably, I get it. They want to learn. They want to win by merit that way. They don't want to lose to randomness. I understand the argument. I feel like at least in Tier 4, if you play against a Tier 4 CO, you know, it's more about the tactics. So if you lose to, say, like a Jugger Power or something, well, if you're in the place to get smacked by a Jugger Power, I guess it's the big swings. And if you're on the losing end of that, nobody wants to be on the end of that. So anyways, that's why they're banned in Global League, but in Live League they're allowed because I think the ability to plan around stuff and everything is so much harder. So a luck-based CO, it's already a little bit time/luck-based. It's not that big of a deal to just throw them in there. Because it's not like an instant win either. I'm speaking about specifically now. She's going to struggle against max tanks. Her only thing is that she has 0 to 19 on luck on attacks. That doesn't guarantee much, especially because luck is affected by terrain stars. So if Max's tanks are sitting on cities, it's not like Nell can just send an infantry and just clear them out or hope for an extra lucky roll or anything like that. See, defensive terrain affects the luck rolls. But Nell's sitting on the defensive terrain, so Max attacking into this tank is a good example of that. Yep, Newman just threw away that tank. Probably because it was covered by this copter. But he's got 2 backup copters. We'll see what happens. Oh, it's because you have any tanks in the area. That's painful. See? See? Didn't die. When you think, oh, that should be a kill, right? With Nell Copter versus, I think, a 6 HP, right? And 6 HP, sorry. Yeah, Nell Copter against a 6 HP max tank. Oh man, she must have got a super low roll. She must have hit like 55 on the dot, and that tank would have had no chip damage because... Okay, I take that back. That's just an unlucky roll as Nell. So, them's the breaks. So it looks like there's going to be 2 Nell copters that are going to die. Potentially a third. I don't remember... Oh, no, never mind. They're definitely going to die. Newman can just use the power. Smack. That could be a one-shot, too. Smack. Definitely one-shot. This tank is going to kill here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. See, look, 9 HP, and then this guy comes in here, blammers. And then this guy comes in here, blammers. And then this guy comes in here, and then this guy comes in here, or this guy comes here. I didn't see this artillery. And then here, and you smack him, and he dies. I go after the infantry. I don't know. I don't know about infantry. Probably a better call. I would have liked to have cleared out that artillery so that Nell just doesn't bring this artillery here, and then still 1, 2, 3. She's still covering this area. 1, 2, 3. She's still covering this whole thing. So. I guess my preference would have been the vehicle over the infantry, but Newman's got his power sitting there for next turn, so all these tanks are going to come in and smash them. Because the other thing is this bomber doesn't really cover anything in this corner. Nell bomber, interesting. Well, if you want to one-shot stuff, I suppose. What's the stats? 27 deaths. I just saw the unit count. Okay, Nell's in trouble. And she bought a fighter. Oh no, sorry, she killed a fighter. Oh, because she bought a bomber again. Now we have the super. Is this infantry going to try and attack here? Infantry shouldn't try and attack anti-air. They have a bad damage calculator for that. Ooh, let's see if he's going to go for this one. That should be a kill, yeah. You can even go here and smack that. That'll probably kill. Oh, was it 5 HP? Low roll. That must be a low roll. Yeah, it's a totally low roll. 22 to 113. Now, this is looking a little bit GG because Max is going to smash a bunch of tanks into Nell right now. On that left side. Wipe out pretty much most of it and then have an anti-air sitting on reserve. And fighter. Huh. Look at this fighter. I bet if it stood here and popped a power, it could cover the whole map. Because what's the fighter's moves at 9? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it already covers everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It does. It covers the whole map. Then you add 2 extra range on that. 1, 2. So it covers it to there. Oh my god. Pretty much does cover the whole map. I don't know about this attack unless he covers it up. Because, no, he's not covering it up. Oh no. Oh no. But I guess he's backing it up. Or bringing in the fighter. 1, 2. Still doesn't cover it. I don't know about that. Won't Nell's bomber just straight up... Although it is kind of... looking a little GG. Max has a 21k versus 18k income advantage. He's capping the neutral city as well. Although that's probably not going to go through. But just creating a distraction for the vehicles because Max has Nell has one infantry in this area. I'm pretty sure this is quite GG. Let's see what Nell decides to do. Is she going to resign? Max has double the units and almost double the value. Almost. Yeah, looking pretty GG. She'll kill the anti-air. And if you want to interrupt this, you'll have to attack. Which means... Oh, I guess it's not that bad on this side. It just means there's a lot of people capping stuff. But you can attack here. Anti-air can attack here, maybe? And then this tank retreats into his reinforcement range. So the tank can go here, and then this guy can go here to kill this guy. Well, there's nothing really over here that'll be able to threaten that. This guy will go up to 3 HP, but there'll be a tank there. I don't know. I don't think Nell is doing so hot, so... Unless she resigned. Nope, she hasn't resigned yet. Sun Station. I've played a few matches on this map. It's fun. It's like a smaller version of the, is it Burnt Out and Too Tired to Dance? Kinda. Where you've got like, where you've got a base that has a long reinforcement line to their front and the side. Or to its front side. So now must use the bomber to clear open this pipe seam, I see. And then you have like an airport one base side that reinforces your comm tower side. Except Burnt Out and Too Tired to Dance has 2 airports in the middle, I guess. But this little side bit is somewhat similar. And then the way the one base attacks into the one base. Oh, so it's base light. Yeah, like smaller redux version of Burnt Out, Too Tired to Dance. This game's looking kind of GG. I wonder if there's another one that's going on right now. That probably... Let's go have a look. Fog. Sure. Day 10. Fix the screen real quick. Looks like I gotta zoom out a little bit more. This fits. You just can't see the terrain. There we go. Cool. So we have Jake versus Jess. Skipping Stones. I don't think I've ever played on this map, but I know I've spectated. I know I've seen this map before. Is that a... Oh, I thought it was a Jake. Oh, sorry, a Jess mech. It's a Jake mech. We got Jake thinking over here. We have a Jess rocket. Now, Jess doesn't have any detriments from having rockets. It's only the foot soldiers that have minus 10% attack. But I suppose if she uses her power, she gets an extra movement on a rocket. So Rocket's problem is they're on tires, and tires cost 2 movement to move over planes. Most maps are plane heavy if they don't have like roads and stuff, but because of the low movement, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like the rocket only has 5 moves, so that like an artillery. The only difference is the artillery is on treads, and treads don't pay any cost on planes when moving normally, not in adverse weather. Because the terrain cost for treads onto forests when it's raining is something insane, like 3 or 4. I can't remember, but basically artilleries have a really hard time making their way into forests in rain. So Drake, when he pops his super, is really annoying for the opponent in fog, particularly. Because you want to hide stuff in forests, and if you have an artillery and you're planning on sitting in a forest, and that forest is, just a little bit far, you probably won't be able to pay the terrain cost to get it there. So, but that's not the case here. You have, I don't know what this rocket is going to go for. Is he going to go this way so that he can shoot at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So he can shoot at this pipe seam? I don't know if that's worth it. That's a very large amount of money sunk into a rocket to kill a pipe seam for a CO that doesn't have very strong copters, because she's got minus 10% on her air units. Wait, does Jess have... No, she doesn't. What am I talking about? Anyways, I still wouldn't do this for the copter. Jess wants to be building vehicles, and she wants to be building vehicles like tons and tons of tanks, so that when she uses her power, she can just literally max force people. Because these artillery, while they're nice and everything, it's really hard to wall against Jess when she has her powers up. Because like Max, she can just wall break quite easily with the tank. With a comm tower, she's already at the 20% golden number to be able to kill tank on city. So with the power, she gets, I forget how much increase, but it means that she can start killing units like infantry on woods and stuff. So let's see, just tank against a Jake infantry with a power. So this that's on a shoal though. Let's see. Yeah, starting to get iffy to one shot. And then I know that's not a one shot, but a super, I think. Yeah. So that's scary. That means that even sitting your ass on a forest doesn't guarantee that you can wall. And with with this amount of artillery, just a bit precarious. But oh no, he's going this way. Okay. Well, I'm still perplexed because why move into artillery range? Actually, I say that, and I do this all the time. I move my infantry right into artillery range. I'm like, all right, go ahead, shoot my artillery. I'm going to do something like shoot my infantry, and I'll kill your tank or something like that. So, but I still wouldn't move. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's a ton of units here. There's only like 6 right here. Being reinforced by 1 infantry, no air units. So I'm not a fan of this buy. And this artillery and this rocket do not cover this infantry. Because blam, sit an infantry here, or sit an infantry here. Oh, sorry, not here. But anyways, you put an artillery right there. You put an artillery here and it's on a plane. That's gonna hurt. And then even worse, actually, if you sit like the artillery here with a power, Jake can go, okay, I'll smack you. I think that's uninterruptible. Yeah. Well, with the power, he could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, no, he wouldn't be able to. So looks like Taxer's going to get the city. Put him at 20k. Sit just about 17k. Not about. Sit just at 17k. And that's a nice number to have. Looks like he's got some money banked up. 22k. So what are you going to build? A medium tank? Infantry, or... So yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, this one too. Ooh, very exposed. But I suppose if you have enough units just covering... It's weird seeing an artillery just kind of floating in space. I think that's what it is. Yeah, the only issue is this artillery doesn't cover this tank, but there's a backup tank. No big deal. How are they doing on time? Looks like they're both pretty even here on time, and mostly economy, mostly. Because what is Jess capturing next turn? Jess is capturing her second airport. Sorry, not second airport. Her, oh, no, they're both back. So, okay, yeah, her second airport, they'll bring her at 17K, 18K. So stick her at 18K to 20K. I guess that's not big of a deal. 17K does hurt. It would mean that if for some reason Jake decides, all right, I'm going to build medium tank infantry, she would have to do medium tank infantry and just base skip. And if Jake got one more property off of her somehow, or if he flipped one of her properties, that means that he could build a medium tank every turn and not have to worry about any retaliation of vehicle from Jess unless she base skips. But if that were the case, then I think Jess would actually be somewhat okay. She's got a lot of indirects that way, at least on this side, where the majority of Taxer's army is. So. One, two, three, four, five, six. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So opening this pipe seam, I don't know how useful. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know how useful that is. Entertaining match so far, though. A little bit stally, but I don't mind. 5 kills, 5 deaths. Blam. Blam. And you can heal up next turn. Or you can do that and then stick him there. Okay, that works too. Well, what are you going to do with this guy? Maybe his plan is put this artillery here. Move this infantry here. Put this artillery here? I don't think that works. Oh, is that what you're going to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. I guess this tank is cut off from reinforcements, in a sense. Response anti-air to this copter. Yeah, he did that. I thought so. I didn't know about that wall. Even putting this artillery here. Being a bit wimpy with the artillery. Because he can't swing around without getting blasted by the... Oh, wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's probably worried about sticking it here on the shoal and then not being able to wall around it. So, fair enough. Copter, infantry. Just get your unit count up. He's looking like he's got 17, same number of infantry, 1 mech. I wonder what he built that mech for at the beginning of the game. 4 tanks, 2 artillery, 1 rocket, 5 tanks, 3 copters, 4 artillery. See, as Jake, this is fine because 4 artillery is like, cool, I get an extra range on all my arties. And if they're sitting on planes, they're going to be super blast. How much does let's see, a Jake artillery on a plane attacking a Jess infantry, or sorry, tank on a 3-star terrain with your power. You go from 5 HP to 7. That's a big deal. Like that pretty much means that if you have any other unit near it, you could probably kill it with infantry. Especially if the infantry are standing on a plane. So 2 HP, 2 HP, most likely it'll end up at 2 HP. So let's go infantry on a plane with a super. Yeah, you're looking really close to potentially killing it. Potentially. It's a pretty good deal. Artillery infantry kills a tank. A full HP tank on a city. Pretty good deal. The only problem is you tend to want to put vehicles like artillery and rockets and stuff on more heavily defensible terrain, so they can shoot and not worry about getting one shot by anything. Like sticking a rocket on a shoal or a road, most people will go, I hope there's a better spot for that if it's near the front line, because a tank comes in and just blasts it, and there goes most of your value from that rocket. Speaking of putting units on defensible terrain, this seems like an interesting move. Maybe he's just trying to reinforce this rocket side so he doesn't want these guys to swing back this way and go, okay, well, I'll go for your HQ, which it kind of looks like they're thinking about. I don't know how good an HQ rush here would be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So with the super, Jess can reinforce on by. There's a rocket sitting here, so it means that anything in this zone is going to die if he can wall it properly. Stick the anti-air. You can even stick the anti-air in front of the in front of the rocket, because there's nothing around there that can fire on it. I didn't do it. I was going to say walling with an anti-air for a rocket is a funny thing to do. Free hit? Is that a free hit? Yeah, it looks like it. Capture the city. That might be uninterruptible. Depending, that's going to be interrupted. But if you stick an artillery there, it's going to be. I guess you can attack here. Move in here. Move this guy here. Move this guy here. Move this guy here. Put this guy here. These two artillery, if they sit here in the middle, they're going to be really annoying. Or not. How far away? I guess that does cover. So if this infantry... So this is where you can learn to use... to attack an extra space beyond what the number of spaces or squares that you can travel tell you. So without a power... with a power, because Jess is right close to a power, that infantry strike means that this tank will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and be able to strike that infantry. So a bit of a lure. In fact, even if this infantry was standing right here without a power, it would be an unfavorable thing to do, because rocket aside, it would mean that the tank can come here and stand there and fire on this space, which means this infantry, while the tank doesn't cover it on the city, he'd be able to cover it from this side, because that's a defensible and favorable terrain. So it'd be like, yeah, come attack my infantry on a city. I'll bring my tank in and smack you back, and that'll probably kill it. Because a just tank on an infantry, even without a power, I think is a one-shot. I don't know all the calcs off the top of my head, and I always find that it's very entertaining to just see what it says. Maybe it's not a kill. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Definitely with the power it'll die, though. Oh, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, with the power it'll die, but... Anyways, that's just a little thing you can do if you're like, oh no, I don't cover my infantry standing here. You can go, but that's okay. I'll cover this space, and then if he wants to attack me from the city, I'll shoot him from the road, but it's an infantry. It's not like he's taking an engagement with a tank. And in all actuality, if that was the case, there's no tank here that can, without a power, hit you from this tile. So in theory, it'd be a good move to do that if that was what Firebeard was intending. So Taxer's sitting on a 30k almost income advantage. Army value, sorry, not income advantage. So you just straight up resign. Fair enough. The position that he is just constantly retreating. I didn't like this rocket buy. Even to break the pipe seam and everything. These guys can just kind of slowly march their way that way, and look how many units are here. With a super, Jake is going to just roll through here, and while Jess's tanks and everything are very strong with powers and stuff, she's only got 6. And they're not really in good spots. Like Jake sitting so far back here with our artillery coverage is great. This is good positioning. Probably what he should have, what Jess should have done on this side, because I didn't watch the early game fights, but the rocket buy just seems not useful. Like Jake was already backing up here a little bit, and with this artillery sitting here, there wasn't really much. Like you can't really push down this lane. Like an artillery sitting here and here, similar to this, or even the singular artillery, you're not getting through there. Like a tank can sit there, an infantry sits there, an infantry sits there. They're just gonna fire. This is gonna get to shoot 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's just not. So that rocket buy seemed a bit too much. Anyways, let's see what else is in the Global League. You have any good games? Lazy Boy. I've never seen this map. Let's try and fix this real quick. Very skinny map. Am I cutting off the top there? I'm gonna move this over a little bit more. There we go. Okay. There we go. Ah, crap, I messed it up. So we got Max versus Hawk. Now, on some maps, Max is tier 1 because of the, especially in live, because of the ability to reinforce and the amount of spaces it takes for Max to like smack you back. But I don't know if he's considered tier 1 on this map. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 turns to smack the comm tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 turns actually to sit on the comm tower. So the looks like then the comm tower is Hawks. Oh yeah, because he doesn't have his comm tower. Well, that's not good. Only because Max doesn't need any firepower increases to 2-hit KO tanks on cities. 2 of his tanks to an enemy tanks on cities, but infantry do. And without a power, Max can't do that with infantry, so he can't reliably 2-hit KO infantry. And without a comm tower, he's not doing it. So that seems like a fair attack. Put this in front. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 turns to reach the city, so it seems like damn. See, that'd be a 1-shot, wouldn't it, with a comm tower? Yeah, 1-shot. So Max needs 1 comm tower to 1-shot infantry on 0-star terrain. Which is scary, man. That's a lot of firepower. Both players even on income. We'll see what the market army value is at the end at the beginning of Lazy Boy's turn. Mostly even. He built 3 units. 1, 2, 3. So base light. Added 3 units. You want to build copters. Max will love to spam copters. Max copters are very strong. I would not cap there. Or at the very least. Why does Max have a mech? Oh, because he wants to kill the pipe scene. Just build save up for a medium tank. Save up for a medium tank, come in here and blast this. I think it does, base is like 49 damage, I think. So Max should do a bit more than that. 48 damage, maybe? Max pipe seams. If he goes in there to interrupt, he'll just join cap, stick a tank here, pull his tank back. Doesn't go after the comm tower, or doesn't try and protect the comm tower. Interesting. Sends his tanks down south, that's why. So it looks like Lazy Boy is saying, all right then, this isn't my comm tower anyways, but I'll threaten to cap. probably stick this infantry here to interrupt. 5 HP infantry is not going to do too much, even attacking from defensible terrain. You can just bring this guy over next turn and blast him. Or even, oh no, the mech's not close enough. But you also have a 6 HP tank. Yeah, it's just... But Lazy Boy decides to front shift down south. I don't know how... If he's going to put somebody there, maybe just put an infantry there. That way this tank doesn't think, oh, I'll just shoot you from the city. I'm pretty sure that doesn't one shot, or doesn't kill at 8 HP without a comm tower for max. Yeah, I didn't think so. One comm tower though? Maybe a chance. I guess it depends on where that 2 HP damage came from and how he healed it up. If he healed it up at all. Yeah, but one... Definitely a powered murder, yeah. Even with 0 comm towers. I guess it's a roll. AKA Max want to get his tower. Got some heavy thinking from Lazy Boy here. You don't really want to heal these tanks unless you're putting the tank there to be defensible against like incoming forces. You don't want to be paying the repair cost on Hawk's units because he's just going to heal it up with a super. So like a 6 HP tank, yeah, you can heal it to 8 and then make it move out and threaten. Don't really agree with that. There's only, I guess, a copter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in one turn, he can build this next turn, and then this copter, what is he doing? Because he's not going to cap that in 2 turns. So Max doesn't have to worry about this comm tower falling necessarily, because this copter, while it does cover a hit from the road here, Max can just go, oh, cool. Well, I'll back up. I'll build an anti-air. I'll wait 1 turn. Even if this guy goes here, Max's tanks just destroy infantry on roads. So this is not going to be a very good blocker. And he'll have 2 tanks here anyways, plus this guy. So it'll be okay, put your infantry there. Or join cap if you want, but I'm going to blast the crap out of you. Or he could even move this copter up here and then be ready to reinforce the turn after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say 7 because he's about to get his power, so 2 turns. See? Even the anti-air that you build, you'll have that be defensible. In other words, it's a Mang's infantry. Yeah, Max basically just needs to back off here. Maybe even abandon that comm tower. I don't know how he's got... Hawk's got too many units coming down here to smash into Max. If he wants to try and take this comm tower, that is. If he backs up, I think he'll be fine, because these guys won't have much to do. But we'll see. Max is about to get a power, and he's kind of leaving that city. He left that spot open for a tank attack. This tank doesn't even need to kill. He can just come in and shoot him. Oh, it goes well. They're stalling a little bit, but we have some nice positional plays from both players, actually. So yeah, how's the mic volume? Not too high? Yeah, look at that. And then pop your power. Yep. Now bring this guy. This is going to be a nasty turn. You can bring this guy up here. Blast. Can this guy swing around? Blast. I feel like that would be worth it. And then stick this guy here. Oh my god, this is going to be an interesting turn. Stick him here. Cap there. Block there. Smart. And then now this anti-air is screwed because he can't come in. And this guy should come in and shoot this anti-air. This will be a really good turn. Sweet. Welcome to the stream. I'll add music later. I kind of did the last stream, and this stream is sort of like a... I'll see how it goes. I haven't streamed in such a long time, and my computer's getting old, so more like a last hurrah thing. I can move my mic a little bit further away from me and just talk normally. I'm trying to talk towards the mic because I know it picks up the audio better, but if it's too loud, I'm happy to sit a bit further away. Yeah, and then infantry can either strike the tank or it can strike the infantry, so it goes for the tank for the kill. I don't disagree with that. What a brutal turn. See, look, and even this is like, no worries. I don't need to worry about shit. So what is Hawk gonna do in response? He got smacked pretty hard. What's the KD? 7-3. So he lost 3 tanks. Max had a really good turn. I really like this block with this infantry here for the anti-air, because now there's no way to get around. I don't know how I feel about not attacking this guy here, though, because then it leaves all your copters free to just go in. But I guess he didn't lose any more tanks and leave them open, so that works. Ah, okay, that's smart. Delay the cap, and now this guy can come in. I wonder if that'll kill. I don't know about this. I feel like I would have been happy to block here with an infantry cap and then... We'll see. I find when I use Hawk's normal power, if I'm not playing against Sasha, I end up, I guess, suffering. Tank comes here, tank comes here. This tank comes in, reinforces. I don't know, Max has a pretty scary force here in the middle. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that's my Discord. Okay, so he doesn't decide to step off the city to stand there so that this guy can come here to cap. That means he's still going to take 3 turns. Is that the same number of turns? Step off, cap. No, it's more. He should have stepped off, cap, put this guy there, and then he would have had 2 turns of stuff. All right, we'll see what Hawk be thinking. Four tanks to 7. 1 copter. So if he does double tank, he's still going to be 6 tanks to 7. I guess this guy's half HP, so like 6.5. 6.5. Okay, so it's like even for tanks, because it'd be 6.5 versus 6. But Max has 3 copters, and Hawk only has 1. Which is now in range of that copter, but I guess this guy is supposed to cover, so... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Is that a free hit? That's a free hit. What? What? Did he just brain fart? He just left that out. Even an 8 HP copter, you don't want to be taking the first strike. Max without the power to Hawk with the power. Yeah, he just took 6 HP damage. And left him at 4 or 5. That's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Imagine if he had the power up. Whoa. All right, well, let's see what Max is going to do here. I think he's got a pretty strong position. Although Hawk's ending his turn with pretty much even value, army value, but 2 units less. Which I suppose is okay for Hawk because he's going to he's got more value in his army. But unit count, so important. And look, 5-4. So now he's at a disadvantage. Where are the extra? I think it might be infantry. 9 infantry. 9 infantry. Oh, it's the copters. Okay. So is Max going to give this up? Because this will come in here and just... Nope, it won't. Okay, so I was going to say this anti-air and this anti-air can just come in here and one-shot these infantries. The only problem is that Hawk doesn't have any healthy tanks. This guy's 9 HP, so it's not that unhealthy, but it's not a full HP tank. Although I guess you could bring this artillery down, sit it here, and then 1, 2, 3. Good luck getting that. So he's got some plays, but this is looking scary up here. I don't think this is going to be able to reinforce. This could, but... Oh, it's not looking good. Max says, oh, yeah, that's what he goes for. And he'll probably sit this infantry here and then shoot him next turn. Yeah. You know, this match is going to be over by the time these guys break open this pipe seam. I don't think that's going to hold. I mean, unless you bring this copter in here to sack, to go like, okay, you wanna come in here and interrupt my comm tower? Cool, that's nice. I'll just bring my tank or my copter over here. Shoot your only other healthy tank that's actually in the area. And then you'll have to choose, do you destroy my copter and then something else comes in here? Or, oh, I guess this guy could just come here and blast him, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, we'll see. So they're both sitting on income parity, which is 16K, which is really low. So it's a low income map, base light. It's gonna make it makes each unit built double in part. Yeah, blam. That's it. You're not getting that. I don't know why he thought that that wasn't gonna happen. There was too many. Anti-air are really good at cleaning out units, no matter what CO they are, unless it's like Kanbai on a defensible terrain, or like Javier with a power up. Most of the time, anti-air can get the job done on infantry like that, capping, cities or comm towers or even HQs for the most part. Defensive COs like Sturm and, I almost said Grit, Von Bolt and Javier, you're not going to attack into them. You're not going to hope to attack into them reliably with anti-air and expect to kill units, or at least don't hope to kill them. But you'll still do decent damage, but it's not like this situation here where the anti-air comes in and just slaughters the infantry, even at 9 HP. That I'm pretty sure that was always going to die. Yeah. It's always going to die. Like, even at 10, I think he's not going to be able to cap that anymore. Yeah, 94%. And actually, I think... Oh, no, never mind. Okay. Yeah, so it's always going to kill. So unless you're blocking with, like, healthy vehicles, you're not going to... Like, anti-air are really good at clearing out infantry in these kinds of situations. And I feel like I don't use my anti-air to do this regularly, but when I see situations where I'm like, oh, okay, you know what, I can bring this unit in, that unit in, and then clear out with an anti-air, or even kill with an anti-air, like tanks attacking tanks and leaving other tanks at 3 HP, an anti-air can most of the time reliably kill them off. As long as you're walling around them. So like if the anti-air was coming in here to attack a tank, and then these guys come in and surround the anti-air, it'd be fine. Think about it like the bomber strategy, where bomber goes in, dives in, blasts something, and then your own units cover it up or go around it. Otherwise, normally attacking with anti-air, no. Don't attack with anti-air. Use them to zone. They zone. And they heal up really well. This poor infantry. If I was this infantry, I would just move back here and be annoying. I would force somebody over here to have to backtrack to kill me. Or whatever he builds from this base, which I'm guessing is going to be a tank, will get stopped. Because you don't really want to pull the anti-air back. Because then this guy goes north, this guy goes north, but this guy's up here, or down here. You can send another one up here. One anti-air can cover about 1.5 copters. Because if you make the anti-air choose, you're still losing a copter at the end of the day. And unless you're making the anti-air choose to kill you and then be killed, the anti-air is effectively zoning you out. So your copter is useless, in a sense. You're only threatening with it. Because copters can attack a great variety of units, like infantry and tanks, even on defensible terrain. But anti-air can't, at least not necessarily. They need backup. So, yeah, that's good. That's really good. Granted, this anti-air can still come back here and blast him, but he's making him regress, so. It'd be really funny if he actually somehow got his ass onto the city and started capping it at 10 HP. And then this guy comes down. No, I guess he can't really do it. I was going to say he could build a battleship, but it's such a low income map. But how funny would that be, a battleship here in your opponent's corner? So now it's Max's turn to think, although that's a bit ironic. Max not thinking too much, although if it were Flak, it'd be funnier. Well, I think when you can fight. Using front shift. Yeah, this is very defensible. Then don't try and tack into that. Maybe shift everybody up north. Stick a tank there. This guy there. Bam, or bam. Bam, 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 bam. Oh yeah, that's smart. So sticking the infantry here, just in case Hawk decides, I'm going to cap with a 2 HP infantry. You can go in there and interrupt and maybe sit a tank on the city. Sorry, on the... and that's too far. Oh, but with the power, you could reach it. He's getting close to a power-ish. The turn after. So... we'll see what he decides to do. Hawk doesn't have too much time. He's got 2.5 minutes, but that's almost increment. So he'll have 4 minutes at the start of his next turn, whereas Max, if he ends his turn within the next minute or so, will have a pretty huge time lead banked up. Which is huge, because like in live, yeah, okay, say, because I'm not sure if tier 1, if Max is tier 1 on this map, but say he's tier 2. That means that the time factor is playing against Hawk, making it like an even matchup because time is such a big deal in Live League. So. And also, Max has movement power on his CO power, or a movement bonus on his CO power. So you'll have to start, it's like playing Adder. You'll have to start calculating like vehicle distances and stand one extra tile away. So like if Max was near his power last turn and he just threw some stuff into the bottom bit here and then came up here, he'd be able to throw his copter in there and just go bonk. Like, yeah, granted it's in reinforcement range, but I mean in general, when you're playing against movement, COs that have bonus movement on their powers, it'd be, this would be a, oh yeah, I'm only one tile away, I'm fine, but then Max sacks a bunch of units to get an attack that potentially wins the game or something because of the extra movement. So it's always something to keep in mind. Yeah, so basically Hawk has about 40 seconds before he starts playing on increment. And the thing about playing on increment is that you can't really think about your turns. You just have to take them. And I think I said this last stream, that Live League is not about making the perfect plays. It's just about making it, it's good enough. And then, you know, ending your turn. Because if you can bank up a bunch of time, then you just use the time constraint, especially if you hold a property advantage over the opponent, or maybe a unit value, or unit count advantage over your opponent. Then every turn that you just go on, you can do a couple moves, don't make them amazing, but don't leave yourself losing. And then end your turn, and then the opponent has to think about your turn on their time, or like on your move on their time. Whereas if you spend too long in the, you know, planning your turn, you're also giving your opponent time to plan out their move. But it's still an advantage that you have. This anti-air goes here. This tank kills there. He keeps capping. Or this guy comes here to bait in the copters. Because this guy's here as well. I just stick him there. Put this guy on the mountain. Put him there. Start shifting people up top. Oh, here we go. Oh, we finally got that pipe seam open. And it only took 15 days. Yeah, so see, you have the instance of where the this would be a terrible move if it wasn't for the fact that this guy's at 9 HP. Because, like, yeah, you want to sit him on the city so you don't take damage, but honestly, that turn he built the tank up here, I think he just because he wanted infantry presence up here, down here, and he chose not to move the anti-air back, which is what I was saying, that if you move this anti-air back, then it can't cover this front line. So this anti-air would not be able to cover, I guess, up here. So if this copter came up here and this force started centralizing here, or he just, even worse, decided to smash in, the anti-air would be screwed and he wouldn't have coverage. But this infantry here is really annoying because I don't think that Hawk tank one-shots that infantry on the road without a power. Oh, never mind, it does. What am I? Oh, because Hawk has the tower. That's right. What's that? 0? Does he still one-shot, though? Yeah, I didn't think so. But still, really annoying because now I can't move 6 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he denies him these 2 spots. This infantry will not kill him in one shot. So it's not it's not an option with this guy. He has to go that way. But if he goes here, that would be hilarious. In fact, I think he left him here because he thought, oh, I won't cap this because the next turn he'll go here. I'll cap it out and then he'll shoot me or kill me or something. I don't know. I feel like he could have done that. What's a Hawk unit on a mountain shooting at a max? A unit on a harbor. So he'll go down to 12, or sorry, to 11. And then he shoots him. He goes down to 5. He does 1 down. Oh, I guess it doesn't work out. The math doesn't work out. Maybe he already knew that. I wouldn't go for the harbor anyways. I just thought it'd be funny. If he was at 10 HP, potentially, I guess. But yeah, Hawk's units are stronger. They got 20% attack, whereas Max doesn't have that bonus attack on his infantry. It's only tanks. Decides to dive in. Okay. Not covered. So this is... Oh, wait. There's a copter here. This is an interesting move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This anti-air doesn't cover this copter. This copter covers this copter. But I think he'd be happier to attack here. Unless he moves this guy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He won't be able to cover, or he goes here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He won't be able to cover this copter with this anti-air specifically. 1, 2, 3. Although I think if he shifted his entire army here near in front of the HQ, they could probably put the 2 anti-air at the back and still cover these copters. But we'll see what he decides to do. Oh, I just noticed he's playing on increment. So he's about to end his turn. When you're at that point, 14 seconds, 10 seconds, build your units. Build your units. Build your units. Oh my God, build your units. 5 seconds. Build your units. Oh my God, build your units. Medium tank infantry. Build your units. Oh, that's unfortunate. That really sucks. That really sucks. So his indecision around here, it seems, cost him a bit of time. No pun intended, because he was trying to decide what to do over here. Dove in here, offered up 2 copters essentially for free. Granted, one of them isn't going to die, but puts you in a precarious situation where now you're, and he's probably going to move this here because that's not a bad idea. Because what do you do with a 2 HP copter? Or you go in here and be annoying and shoot something like that, or block. If you stand here, although it's not a full HP one, but still. Yeah, because if you stand here, nothing can get by this bridge. Oh no, I feel bad for Lazy Boy. That hurts. Double base skip. Although it means he'll be able to buy something nice next turn. But I don't think that's worth it. He's missing out on basically 3 potential units he could have purchased to bolster his both unit count and unit value, his army value. Wonder if Max is thinking, if I smash something into something, I can get a power and then smash more things. We'll see. I did see that. I wonder if he's thinking that's going to get me some charge. And I'll be able to... Sixth anti-air there. Well, I mean, copters only come out of this airport, so I guess it's not a bad thing. I don't know. I feel like I would prefer my anti-air a bit more centralized. Because where'd it move from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You could go there, I guess, and then stick a tank in front of it. Okay, so he's using his power to reinforce. Or is it for that? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he didn't need that. That'll one-shot, though. And then you can go in there and shoot the... I think I would have preferred him to stand here, because now this infantry can just move forward. Hawk can wait till his power, or even just stand on a city in his normal walk chain. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you could just stand there. That's not going to kill. That won't kill. But if he had a low HP tank, he could use it to sack into that. So then this guy could come in here and shoot there. This guy could come in here and shoot the artillery. I think that would be GG. Sadly, he doesn't have anything else in the area that can assist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Don't attack there. Interesting choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can this guy wrap around? He can't. Interesting. Oh yeah, you're definitely getting that. There's no way you're breaking through there. The Hawk doesn't have enough tanks and stuff. He's really... I think he's really paid for that turn of no reinforcement. Imagine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would be there this turn. This coming turn, yeah. So then you could attack there, at least. Because blam, 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 that'll kill. And then blam, that means you only have a smaller strike force, I guess. I don't know. This game is looking a little bit GG, especially because Hawk was playing on increment, or missed his builds last turn he had. So Hawk not really... What are you going to do with that 30k in the bank? That's the other question. Build a mega tank. Mega tank. or even a Neo tank, honestly. Max doesn't have anything here to counter it. And Hawk doesn't mind a Neo tank because it's high value, high tech unit. Anytime Max attacks it, he'll give Hawk a ton of charge. Hawk wants the charge for his super. And Max would be kind of screwed because he doesn't have enough money to buy a Neo tank. But I think this place up here is looking pretty dire. Although he has a singular anti-air, so you could build a bomber, theoretically, which forces another anti-air out of Max. But he's got 17 seconds, and he needs to build his units now. Stop thinking so hard. Move this guy away. Move this guy in. Build, build, build. Build your units, lazy boy. Stop being lazy. Oh no. He's going to end his turn. I'm pretty sure that's GG. That's GG. You skipped out on 2 turns of building units. You've got 30k in the bank. Next turn you're going to have 46k. Like the army value, it's like sitting in the bank. It's not sitting on the field, on the board. Like imagine there was a tank built the turn prior to last. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right here, he'd have been there. Yeah, that's GG. Or at least looking really GG to me. Max finally got his tower, 16 days in. Oh no, double tower. I'm pretty sure that's GG. Max with 2 comm towers, a tank on a, what is that? We'll do a shoal. A tank on a shoal, attacking, not 4 comm towers, sorry, 2, and no 0. 6 HP damage, and he only deals 2 to 3 back. 40% from his natural CO ability and 20% from the tower. So technically, yeah, 40%. Yeah, blam, that's GG. Blam, blam, cap, or cap with a... Shoot the artillery. Shoot the artillery. Or you could do tank, I guess. You can go copter, tank. Ooh, I think copter onto Hawks. HQ. That's fine too, but 4 to 5, so he's doing 5 damage. Sorry, 46 to 51. And then Max. So he's at 5 HP. So Max's tank is gonna attack you on your HQ from Forest. Blammers. I think maybe even a 10 HP. How does that work? Oh my god, that's like an even trade. And then the copter would go in on an HQ. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that's GG. Uses power. Was he gonna sack this here? So you're like, you're not gonna get my city. Oh my god. Build 2 Neo tanks. Please build 2 Neo. That'd be hilarious. It's like a high funds match. It's funny because the value that Hawk actually has in his army will be closer to what Max's army value is once he buys things. Yes, this is why you don't want to cap with mechs, because now you can't join cap. So instead of shooting like I was thinking earlier he should have done and cap with the infantry, he capped with the mech and then shot with the infantry. I don't know, Hawk. Oh, Missile of Shame, yeah. Missile Mega Tank. Decopter. That's the funniest design I've seen. Missile Mega Tank. Missile Mega Tank. That's a lot of money. GG. GG. Well, should we see if there's one more replay? Standard. Oh. Newman back for vengeance on... Not back for vengeance, back for more. All right, let's fix this. There we go. Ah, getting quicker at fixing the screen. Welcome to the stream. Day 16, you got Newman versus the Dirty Bunch. What CO should, or what army faction should Grim be using? Oof. Oof. 5 HP off that medium tank. Oh. This is looking kinda scary on this side for Jess. Needs to back up. That's gonna hurt. feel like Jess should be Green Earth. Army value-wise, Jess is doing great. Unit count, though, very low. Grim sitting on a ton of infantry is the only major difference. One extra tank. And, yeah, so now it's even on tanks. 5 tanks to 5 tanks. 3 copters. 2 copters for Jess. I don't know why earlier I thought Jess had negative firepower on her air units. It's just her infantry. Maybe because it's the Green Earth thing and it's like, oh yeah, her air units suck because only Eagles are good. Or whatever. Seems a bit brash. So do you go for the anti-air or do you go for the tank? You go for both. Oh, yeah, see, I was saying earlier that tanks or infantry don't really have good, damage calculations when it comes to attacking anti-air, even at low HP, even at minus 20% defense. Well, and I guess, sorry, not minus 20% defense, plus 30% attack. Even with 30% attack, it doesn't really do too much damage to already unhealthy anti-air. I think if this is the other way around, though, it probably would have done a bit more damage. Let's see. Whoops. Let's swap it. So that was at 10. What was it? 10 HP. Yeah, so he did that. Oh no, I think he was at 3, wasn't he? So he's maybe hoping to do 2 HP of damage. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if this was a Jess infantry against the anti-air on the road, attacking from planes with, what do you have, 3 HP? Yeah, see, it's not a good, and Jess has weak infantry, but like even if you go like, where's Adder? Even if you go Adder, see, it only adds a point, and even if Adder uses his power, like it's not a good damage trade for infantry against anti-air specifically. You're not going to get the luck roll you're hoping for most of the time, so it's probably better to just, because it just took 3 HP damage off your healthy infantry. Because you can't even repair it in 1 turn. You got to spend 2. So if it was at 2 HP, I'd probably be more inclined to do it. But anything more than 2 HP, the anti-air is just going to fire back and damage your infantry in a way that's just not so favorable for you. Anyways. Just getting real low on unit count here on a base light map. You always want to try and preserve your units in a base light situation, especially when you're going to be wanting to build for just a lot of tanks. And so you'll end up with this. I don't know about that, because that's like kind of sacking it, isn't it? Definitely sacking it. That can just attack him, retreat here, and then these guys just move over. So that's like an instance of, again, sacking the unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can move there, and then this guy does threaten to smack whatever's coming your way. You can move this unit here. No, see, that's not worth it. Why would you do that? Use your units you have to block. If this guy were to go to cap this here, or if he was already capping, yeah, go for it. But he's not capping it. And yeah, nobody wants to dedicate a vehicle to get your ass over there. But he'd have to first kill you if you're standing on it. So if you put him here and block, then your anti-air at least can't be hit right away. You got to dedicate another vehicle to it. But now Grim is just going to go, yeah, cool, you shot me, but I'm going to still cap your city for free. Interesting, he joins. You attack there? This guy attacks here? No. I think it does more damage if you attack the infantry, full HP infantry, and then bring the 7 HP, doesn't it? He had 9? I think he had 9 HP, didn't he? He had 9, so if you go infantry attacks on a plane at 9 HP, this only does 2 damage back. Whereas here you had a net negative of 3. And potentially he does only 1 damage back. So that's what I learned from Go 7 actually, is that when you start doing these attacks and you consider different ways to, like basically numerically, how do I keep it so that my numbers that display next to my unit are either full or higher than the combination of numbers that are on your opponent's side. So this infantry attack is it's insignificant for here, but it's when you do it in the macro, like you're playing, Inkugark or something, and you go in for an attack like this. Inkugark is going to go, oh, cool, you lost value there. I probably have a bigger army back here to punish that, and I'll take no damage, or I'll take minimal damage back. So, anyways, that's just things that you learn. And again, I make these mistakes all the time as well. Where I'm like, oh, I use the other unit to attack. But Newman is sitting on a ton of time. And granted, it's only day 18, so there's still a bunch of time till the end of the game. So this cap here isn't necessarily that end of the world, but actually retreating here was a good idea. This one I don't agree with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, never mind. Pre-hit. Okay, so maybe Newman's not doing as bad as it seemed earlier. Earlier, it seemed quite dire what he had going on here, but yeah, see, he's going to cap this, but then you're going to come in here in 1 turn and then come back in. And this guy's not going to be able to help. This guy's not going to be able to help because you got 2 anti-air sitting literally at the front. And now the Neo-Tank's like, hey, I can join you in the front, in the middle too. Hold my beer. Double cap. Can't actually cover any of these, so technically Jess can interrupt both of them. In fact, you can just use the 4 HP infantry and sack it in and then bring something else down. You could probably start shifting this medium tank down here. Move this tank to the city, move this medium tank here, move this infantry forward. Bring this copter over, reinforce this area. Because I wouldn't put this copter here. I would try and bolster this side, which seems to have recovered and stabilized a bit. And then wait for the Neotank to make its way across. But Newman floated 5K, so to me, oh, he's got 16, not 18. That's a big cap right there, actually. Because now he's got enough to make an actual medium tank every turn. Medium tank infantry, medium tank infantry. And then what's Jess going to do to respond to that? She builds her own medium tank. She'd have to base skip. Without floating cash, that is. So she could do that. She could do medium tank this one. Medium tank infantry, but she wouldn't be able to pay the repair costs of these tanks for very long. In fact, 2, 4, 6, 3,600. So he'll barely have enough to pay these infantry repair costs, or sorry, these tank repair costs, and then buy an actual medium tank and not base skip. I suppose you could just join these units together and give yourself the extra cash. Take this tank, move it down, and then do something with it. But anyways. I will say Jess does have a nice little sort of rubber band of anti-air just kind of covering the map. So you see there's not really much that the these copters can accomplish without getting blasted by an anti-air. But that's not a bad thing, because Grim copters are friggin' strong. They don't care about getting first struck by an enemy copter, because 99% of the time you're going to die to an enemy copter first strike. Unless you're like Javier with a power, and even then, and you're still going to take, you know, quite a sizable amount of damage. We got Javier with the power. Where's Javier? Oops. What? Okay, let's just say 1. Okay, well that actually makes a big difference. 1 comm tower. But yeah, look at that. No comm tower. That's a CO with a lot of firepower too. Let's do another. All right, let's do the. Look at that. And Bomb Bolt has 10% defense. Pretty ridiculous. That's funny. You take more damage back. Almost. Actually, at your max roll, you do take more damage back. That's funny. We got the Neo tank Great coverage. Pretty much anything in the middle of the map is like in danger. Newman with the lightning fast turn there. I see what he's doing. He's putting pressure on Grim to play on increment. Which is kind of how you want to be playing this. 14 minutes banked up to Grim's about 1 minute and 45 before increment is, you know, a lot. So I guess Newman has 12 minutes. Still a lot. That's going to be full HP. Oh, that sucks. And there goes your anti-air. Oh, that doesn't reach. I don't remember. I don't think just copters benefit from the movement bonus. So, 'cause I'm pretty sure it's direct ground vehicles, isn't it? Grim thinking hard here. I feel like this infantry should just go back here to heal. Once he's healed up enough, just try and cap this. Because 2 HP to cap this, you're not going to finish the game. Yeah, see. Oh, I guess attacking from a forest. Living on a dream there, though. That's very hopeful. Taking 2 HP off of a tank. Oof, that hurts. But it's gonna get murdered by these units. This guy can come up here, blast. He'll come over here and get ready to cap. And then this guy can come in and stand there, I guess, and start threatening all this. Sit that Neo tank there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, a bomber. Grim bombers. Well, those things are being one-shot. They're also most likely one-shotting everything else. What's Grim bombers look like when they attack Jess stuff on defensible terrain? What do we got this? Let's go 10. Huh. So the power, he pretty much one-shots, like, anything. Oh, that's pretty powerful right there. Why does Jess have a tower? There's no comm towers on the... Oh, there is a comm tower. 1. Ah, because he doesn't... I see. Gonna use your power. Now you're gonna back up, retreat. I would back up with this infantry and just stick them there. You put him here. There is a free hit right there. And there's a bunch of free hits over here. Free hit. What's gonna retaliate? against this medium tank. Oh, I guess there's a copter, actually. Sitting him on defensive terrain, it's nice, but there's only one copter. Like, ooh, ambitious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ouch. Now that hurts. He's got... Ouch. He just healed that up, too. That medium tank is probably thinking, what the hell? I just healed to 10. Why am I at 2 again? Didn't I just do this? Didn't he get harassed? I think he did. He got harassed by copters. Went back for repairs, went all the way there, made it back finally. Hey guys, I'm back. And the copter's like, oh yeah, we didn't finish you off last time. Interesting. Sitting on the comm tower. But why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, why? Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you're here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not convinced. We'll see what this does. It does keep it out of range of the Neo tank. Wait, no, it doesn't. Did you stick it on, or did Dirty Bunch stick this Neo tank here on the comm tower? Because like, oh yeah, you can attack me, whatever. I don't know about that. Like, Jess's super is probably gonna hurt, like, a lot. On that versus you on that. And then you'll have the super. Maybe you'll have the super. Oh, no way. No way. Oh my God. Here it comes. Blam. I bet you that kills. I bet you that kills. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that for sure kills. Oh, it's a shame that doesn't reach. Oof. This one comes in here. Blam. Jeez, look at that range. You got to come in here and kill this Neo tank. Like, you can't let that live. Ah, overestimated. That, I think, is a GG play. Yeah, this guy will come down. What's there? Nothing. This is why defense... This will probably kill this, actually. This is why defense is so good in Advance Wars. Oh, 1 HP. This will kill it. If he wants to. I think I'd put him here, though, actually. Yeah, and then go here. Blam. Or there. That works. I think I would have liked him here. 1, 2, 3. I guess it doesn't matter. That's GG, though. Pretty sure. Pretty sure that's GG. What is this bomber gonna do? Finally kill the Neo or the medium tank? Grim lost all his forces over here. There's nothing to contest this Neo tank anymore. I would not have stuck that Neo tank on that city. I think I was right in going, yeah, and then he resigns. I think I was right when your boy Grim stuck his Neo tank there, that was a bad call. I think I would have preferred the Neo tank, maybe even... I guess what he's doing is he's thinking, if I move my Neo tank here, again, like I said earlier, undefensible terrain, it'll be no worries because I'm out of range of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So he probably didn't think that the super would come and he'd have 8. He'd have to calculate 8, or he just moved him there because remember he's low on time. So he might have been thinking, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can attack me, but you attack me from a road. And that's not very favorable attack. Never mind. That was just a silly choice on their part all around. Leaving your Neo tank open to be shot, I guess. This just shows how little I play Grim. Basically, you don't want to sit on defensible terrain. I remember actually you do something like this where you sit in infantry in front of where your tank is, and this happens with movement COs, so that the walls are way in front. So by the time they, like this Neo tank comes over here, blast, this guy can come up here and just stand on the, missile silo, or come back up here and shoot him back. But I think this was the losing play, moving. I mean, he was already down in unit count, unit value, but I think moving this guy here was a mistake, and then it kind of just crumbled this thing. This Neo tank, I think, might have been a feint by coming here and attacking that unit because he didn't have anything else to attack. He's making Newman's making the dirty bunch think, okay, yeah, so then I can move up here and then threaten these guys because they don't really do anything to me. And if you build anything bigger, it'll take you a couple turns to get in here. But instead, we got this. And yeah, so he probably moved there and was like, cool, I'm on a comm tower. You can't stand on this forest. Or moved him there and went, oh shit, you can stand on that forest and shoot me. Yeah, and I think this copter coming in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So even with the regular power, would have shot this copter. So he was prepared to lose it, but I feel like, yeah, that's not the winning play. But GG. WP. Well, probably call it at that then. It was a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel. Like the stream.